Are you ready to fight like a champion, not just in the courtroom, but in every facet of your life? Welcome to the Legal Athlete Podcast. I'm Jess Sargus, your host, high-performance speaker, and coach for trial lawyers. With over 22 years as a trial attorney and legal exec, and an undefeated record as a former MMA fighter and boxer, I know what it takes to thrive in high-stakes environments. I also know that in both the courtroom and the cage, you're only as good as your wins. That's why I'm here to help you develop a fighter's mindset, discipline, and strategies so you can master your mental game and execute under pressure to win more and burn out less. Every week, I fuse insights from elite athletics, legal pros, and cutting-edge neuroscience and sports psychology to help you perform at your peak under pressure. So whether you're looking to reinvent your practice, your mindset, or your life, this is the podcast for you. It's time to become a legal athlete. Let's get it. Hey friends, welcome back to the Legal Athlete Podcast, where you get the high-performance tools to train your brain, body, and spirit to achieve professional excellence with energy, integrity, and fulfillment. I'm your host, Jess Sargus, high-performance coach, trial lawyer, MMA fighter, and someone who's been learning over and over the power of the word no. In fact, that's what we're diving in today, the power of no. Now, you've probably heard Warren Buffett's quote. He once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." And that hits hard because if you're a high performer or someone who's wired to be excellent, to serve, to help, it can feel counterintuitive. You want to say yes. You want to show up. You want to do more. But here's the truth. If you say yes to everything, you dilute your focus, your energy, and your impact. You simply can't be a champion competing in all arenas at once. Champions pick their fights and they guard their capacity like it's gold, because it is. Here's why no is a performance tool. Let's get tactical. From a neuroscience and performance psychology perspective, here's why saying no is so powerful. When you say no to low return commitments, whether that's a meeting, a favor, or a project outside your two priorities, you are protecting your executive function in your brain, your decision-making capacity, and your energy reserves. The prefrontal cortex, your high-performance command center, has limited bandwidth. Every yes you give consumes attention and cognitive load. The more cluttered your commitments, the less sharp you are when it counts, on what counts the most to you. Elite athletes train for optimal readiness, not constant output. They cycle their energy, guard recovery, and say no to distractions that would interfere with championship-level focus. That's the mindset we want as professionals in any field. So no isn't a negative. It is leadership, self-leadership. So let's also bust this myth that saying no is selfish or negative. The best leaders know that every yes is also a no. Might be no to time with family, to recovery, to creative thinking, or the deep work that actually moves the needle and breaks through plateaus. No is a leadership choice. It's how you model clarity, boundaries, and purpose. It's how you preserve integrity of execution, doing fewer things better. So how do you strengthen your no muscle? Like any performance skill, learning to say no takes reps. So number one, here's how you can start to get in the mode of saying no when you really mean it, when it really counts. First, pause. When you're asked to commit to something, pause. Don't reflexively say yes like so many of us high achievers, high performers do. Give yourself the space to check. Does this align with my mission, my current vision, my priorities? And then 2, reconnect with your MVP, your mission, your values, and your core principles. Those are your internal compass. Those are your navigational North Star. If the ask on your time or your attention isn't aligned with your MVP, then it simply falls outside the best use of your energy and your high performance strategy. It's not personal, it's strategic. You are the CEO of your life, and how you spend your time and your energy is one of the most important decisions you can make as your personal CEO. And then relatedly, number 3, own your locus of control. Remember, we have an internal locus of control and an external locus of control. Internal locus of control means that's what you have the autonomy and the agency over. External locus of control, that's what other people do. That's what other people have control over. That's not something you should be wasting your time trying to manage, because you won't. But when you own your locus of control, you control your own decisions and actions, not how others react to them. That's in that external locus. Saying no is about honoring your highest good and what you've intentionally chosen to prioritize. So you're not responsible for anyone else's reaction to that. You are responsible for keeping your focus and your integrity clear in what promises you've made to yourself and others that align with your MVP. And remember, no can be both firm and kind. You're not rejecting people, you're protecting your capacity to show up fully where it matters most to you and most to the projects that are critical in your life. So here's your final takeaway for this week. If you want to perform like a champion, lead like a champion, yourself and others, then you must learn to guard your yes and wield the power of no. It's not just about boundaries. It's about creating the space to focus, to recover, to bring your full force to the moments and the matters that are most important to you. Remember Warren Buffett's words, really successful people say no to almost everything, because that's how they say a resounding yes to their best work, their true calling, and the life they actually want to lead. So here's your challenge. What can you say no to this week? What space can you reclaim for excellence, for recovery, for your next level leadership? Green light, my friends. Let's go. Thank you for joining me on the Legal Athlete Podcast. If you're ready to take your mental game to the next level, let's connect. Want me to speak to your group or team? Or are you ready for one-on-one trial fight camp coaching to perform at your best when it matters most? Reach out to me with a direct message on LinkedIn or through my website at thelegalathlete.com. Until next time, remember that the best version of yourself isn't some future version. It's the you who makes your daily choices. So make great ones. Make the ones that keep you on that champion fighter journey, building a record and a life you love.